All right, so to this is a fun way to keep things clean. Some people are used to neti pots. This is something in our family we do. Um, it's salt, warm salt water, just a little bit of salt, water, and just want to show you how to get that back and let it drain. I don't have any tissues on me, so yes, I do. All right, so I got the tissues. You want those handy. Set them up over here. All right, so warm salt water, towel, definitely have that. This isn't a pretty thing, but I want to show you how I do it so that way you don't think I'm trying to choke you or anything either. Because this can be interesting. You want to hold your breath as the water comes out. Don't try to breathe while you're doing it. You'll choke. If anything, don't. You want to swallow as you lean back. I'm going to go ahead and show you, and if there's anything else that I can think of, I'm going to tell you. So right here, hold the water and let it drain. And you're going to do it until it breaks through. You're going to do it until it breaks through if you have blockage. And then you can do it as many times as you want. The salt water is going to take away and kill anything that you shouldn't have. I use the Celtic sea salt because of the properties that it has and all the good stuff. Um, let it continue. You want it to where you can start feeling it going down your throat because it's hitting all those areas back through here in your nasal passage between the ears and the nasal and the throat. So ear, nose, and throat doctors, that's why they're usually connected because of how those passages run. You want to do it until you can feel it's drained really back there. So you can do it again. And you can see that sometimes you'll cough. I'm not like choking on it, but you just want to relax as much as possible and let it just run down your throat. If you have stuff come up, cough it up, spit it out. You don't, if you can spit stuff up, spit it up. You don't want it going down if you don't have to. Um, the other thing I'm going to show you is how to, if you don't have a nasal spray of colloidal silver, which I do, um, if you have the droppers, which if you're any of my friends, I try to give you a dropper of it so you can put it under your tongue. But in the sense of everything that we've read about COVID, it's like towards the back, nose and throat. And the one friend who recovered, they also they said it felt like a really bad sinus infection. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to show you how to do this if you have colloidal silver. It will not hurt. And again, if you haven't tasted it, it tastes like silver because it's more or less a soaked silver coin that creates this. So I will do the same process, just with the dropper. So you're going to actually squirt it in there. So again, you're waiting to feel it go down the back of your throat. You just relax. I mean, you do breathe, but once you start feeling it going, just don't because you don't want to choke on it. Because your nose and throat is connected. That's where if you feel anything happening in your ears, even you want to do things like this with the salt and the colloidal silver. It's not going to hurt anything going on in you. It's completely natural, but it kills germs, viruses, you name it. And I'm going to do the other nose side too, just so you can see. And as always, if you're sharing something like this, just wipe it off. And if you want to use an alcohol swab, I mean, you're a family. Sorry, there's a drip there. Um, but the idea is you're actually getting to the back of your throat even further than gargling because it's going up through here, right? You got your nose and it's going back down into your throat in a way even gargling can't reach, but you want to gargle too. Take the salt water, gargle it before you do the nose, however you want to do it. But I wanted to show you so you can kind of see how it's done, because I know having the girls, my daughters do it, it's sometimes, yeah, we learn some of this stuff the hard way, but just take your time and relax. And again, it's getting like I can feel the colloidal silver down my throat right now. And if you do have any kind of infection of any sort, including bacterial, know that this kind of stuff will clear it out. That salt water is one of the simplest but best remedies for any kind of thing going on in your nose and throat. And and I just use the smallest measuring cup I have. This has worked really well, and it's glass, and I prefer glass over plastic, but whatever you got, something like this, because it has like a little ledge that your nose can go in, to kind of help guide it. That's why you have the towel though. If it pours all out, just make sure you're pouring it in the nose so it's going down. You can see that I lean the head back and relax with it. Trying to think if there's anything else in this that I want to make sure you have. Um, I always have the tissues ready. I end up using the towel. So if you're sharing the towel, use the tissues more. How, you want to work that. And you'll have some drainage. Look at. Um, but the most important thing, if you're using it, keep going if you're stuffed. Go until it clears it out. Do both sides until it clears it out. There you go. That's what I got in it. And but it will help. And if you do this at the very beginning, it helps well before anything else happens. So love you all, and we'll see what happens.